Cheshire's had a little bit of a rough season this year, losing 4 straight.
The nationwide averages for gasoline just last year, at the end of last year, was $3.07. Right now in March we have it at $3.50, and in Hamden at this BP it's $3.67.
Coach Ecke has been a part of the Cheshire football community as a player and a coach for almost 30 years. The girls on the swimming and diving team may downplay the significance of having the national record for most consecutive wins.
If students have any questions about the death of Osama bin Laden, they'll answer the questions on a student-by-student basis.
It looks like this team is poised to match last year's championship result. For QNN Sports, I'm Tom Buto.
High school football is a big deal for students and fans across the country. As Tom Buto explains, there's a town in Connecticut that takes their support to another level.
Cheshire Rams have put together one of the best high school football programs in Connecticut since the early 80s. During that time, there have been many different players and coaches who have come through, but one variable hasn't changed. Students and fans packing the stands for every Friday night home game.
Cheshire has a huge football tradition. It's always been, really meaningful to the community. A lot of people like to come out on Friday nights and support the boys, so it's a big deal in Cheshire.
I mean, we get hundreds of people. One game, I think there were 5,000 fans.
With all of that tradition and fan support, it is hard for any one fan to stand out and become the voice of the student section. That is, unless you are Amin Tahari.
Let's go, boys! Let's go, man! Let's go, baby!
He just goes crazy. He just goes all out, just waving every single time.
He wants to carry on the super fan tradition next year.
I just love the school so much. First football game, I was going crazy, going insane. I feel like I'm obligated to help these guys out, get them pumped up to go.
For Amin to keep the super fan tradition going, he needs just one important thing. The student flag that goes to every home football game.
We used a bunch of hockey sticks, some stencils. I'll give it to him, and I hope he carries it well.
Even though Cheshire's had a little bit of a rough season this year, losing 4 straight, the fans here still are dedicated and come out to the games to support their team. Tom Buto, QNN Sports.
High school football has returned. As teams from around the state start their seasons, Tom Buto explains Cheshire might have the most to be excited about as their team gets back on the field.
The Cheshire Rams are the defending Class LL state champions and come into the season ranked as the second best football team in Connecticut. This year, with a target on their backs and 24 seniors lost to graduation, there is a lot of excitement and anticipation for Friday nights.
Well, it's something that the community can rally around. It's a special event on a Friday night in Cheshire when, especially early in the fall, the weather's nice. The community can come out and support us. We got the Marching Ram Band out there and their supporters, and it's just a wonderful thing to witness.
Even with the optimism, some fans might worry about off-the-field issues such as motivation. However, with the leadership of senior captain Greg Trefone, this should not be a problem.
We're all hungry to go back and win another championship, but sometimes you will have to get on their case, and it's hard to yell at your classmates, but sometimes you got to do it.
Preseason expectations can be all talk, but with Cheshire's 28-0 win over Hamden in the season's opening game, it looks like this team is poised to match last year's championship result. For QNN Sports, I'm Tom Buto.
It takes a special team to continue playing a sport at the highest level. Once a team wins a title, every team they play afterward tries just a little bit harder to win. As Tom Buto tells us, a swim team in Cheshire has had teams taking their best shot at them for over 2 decades, yet they have put together an unprecedented winning streak.
That question of who can go the fastest is one that has had the same answer in Connecticut high school girls swimming for most of the last 25 years. The answer? Ed Aston's Cheshire High School girls swimming team.
After our 3rd year, we won the state title, and I kind of figured that, if we continued to work at this and do it the right way, we were going to be successful.
Aston started the program in 1974 and has led his team to 273 straight dual meet victories, a streak that started in 1986. He may have always had confidence in the program he started, but never imagined it would become the national powerhouse it is today.
You never count on anything like that. This has been a phenomenon. It's been very exciting, but we know eventually it'll come to an end.
The winning streak is impressive, but what might be even more remarkable is how important tradition and teammates are to the girls on the team.
Swimming's it's not really a team sport, but Cheshire swimming is a team sport.
We could care less about the winning streak, and family is most important. Like, as long as we have each other's backs, that's what this team is about.
The girls on the swimming and diving team may downplay the significance of having the national record for most consecutive wins, but you can bet they'll be practicing hard in this pool to make sure the record does not get broken. Tom Buto, QNN Sports.
Welcome to QNN Sports. I'm Tom Buto. After suffering a 6-1 beatdown courtesy of the Yale Bulldogs on Friday, the Quinnipiac Bobcats men's hockey team looked to bounce back against a slumping Brown Bears team. We start in the first period. Brown has a golden opportunity on a breakaway, but Hartzell with the beautiful kick save. He had 28 stops. Still in the first, the Bobcats are shorthanded but have numbers, and Heitman's shot is just wide. That's Connor Jones now with a look in front, but he can't knock it home. QU scored twice in the first to take a 2-0 lead. Second period now, Brown has a golden opportunity in front of the net on a power play, but can not convert. QU had several chances to put this game away, but Brown goalie Mike Clemente became a stone wall with 39 saves. This game was a rough one with combined 21 penalties. Brown scored 1 goal in the second and 1 in the third, and this game would end in a 2-2 tie.
The Quinnipiac softball team looks to continue their quest for an NEC championship this weekend. The Bobcats will welcome the Long Island Blackbirds to Hamden this weekend for a pair of doubleheaders. First pitch will be at 1 p.m. Saturday and at noon on Sunday. QU currently sits atop the conference standings with Central Connecticut holding a 6-2 record. They will look to extend their winning streak, which stands at 3 games. Now, also on the hardwood, there are some great games tonight in the NBA. The Boston Celtics will travel towards the left coast to take on the West-leading San Antonio Spurs at 8. Meanwhile, 2 teams fighting for playoff positioning behind the Spurs will square off in L.A. as Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks battle the Los Angeles Lakers and Kobe Bryant. Both teams come into the game having won 53 games apiece, and they split their 2 earlier meetings this season.